Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Yamastan here, back again with another video, and today I'll be reviewing the OP1 wireless 4K. I bought this mouse with my own money and I've had this mouse for a month now. I have 19.5 by 10 cm hands and I mainly claw grip when playing. So hopefully this will be a quick review because I've already reviewed the OP1 8K. So if you haven't seen that review, just check it out on my channel. So anyway, let's start with the review. Okay, so first let's talk about the build quality. So typical endgame gear build quality here, which is to say that it feels solid in the hand. I have the Dark Frost variant, which initially had build quality problems, especially posted in the mouse subreddit. My unit has been perfect so far, aside from the slight click wobble on the right click, which I don't know if you guys can notice it on the video, but yeah, there's a bit of wobble there, but I don't really notice it while playing. You could just stick to the solid colors just to eliminate the chance of having a bad copy because, you know, my OP1 wired version was perfect, the solid black color. But my copy has no side creaking, flexing, or even switch grinding. So very happy with my copy. Next, let's talk about the coating and the weight. So the coating feels nice. Dry and rubberized coating found on other in-game Game Gear products. Having the Dark Frost variant is nice because it's not as much of a fingerprint magnet as compared to the solid black colorway. You could just eliminate this by just getting the solid white colorway or just the white frost colorway. But on my Dark Frost copy, like I don't notice my fingerprints as much. My unit weight-wise comes in at 59.3 grams, which isn't bad. It's heavy if you think about it by today's standards, but since the weight distribution and the shape is great, I don't really notice it being that heavy, and it feels actually quite nimble. Even when I'm playing on a cloth pad, like right now because I have a glass pad, it feels fast. But like even on a cloth control pad, like say for example the Saturn Pro, it still feels nice. You know, it's not too heavy. Next are the clicks and the side buttons. So the main clicks feel amazing. The KLGX switches are probably my favorite switches of all time now. It surpasses the Huano Blue Shell Pink Dots that I used to love. They feel nice and crisp, and I love how they sound. There's minimal pre and post travel on my unit on the main clicks, and the side buttons feels nice and tactile with minimal pre and post travel, although they sound a bit loud. So for a quick sound test, here are the main clicks. Okay, then here are the side buttons. Okay, so next let's talk about the um sorry. Let's talk about the scroll wheel. So it feels nice with well-defined steps. Scroll clicks are also nice. No problem there. Although I don't really play games that utilize the scroll click, so your mileage may vary. Okay, skates. So the stock skates were okay. They're using PTFE skates, which are smooth, but they weren't scratchy, but they weren't as fast as other aftermarket skates, like say for example the Jades. Sorry. So as you can see on my OP1 8K, I still have the stock skates, but on my wireless 4K version, like I have Obsidian Airs because I started playing on dot skates, and to be honest, I preferred Obsidian Airs over the stock skates just because it feels faster, obviously because they're dot skates, so there's less surface area for the drag when moving the mouse, but also you're just that much faster compared to the PTFE skates that Endgame Gear ship. Now, I will say this, like replacing the stock skates have been a bit of a struggle, especially on the OP1, like both copies. Like, cause as you can see, I already replaced the first version, which were like smaller compared to these on my wired version. So removing them and applying new skates is a bit of a hassle because a lot of adhesive from the stock skates that Endgame Gear ship gets stuck underneath. So it's a good thing X-ray pad ships adhesive remover included with the skate, so it's easier to remove the excess adhesive that wasn't removed when removing the skates. So that's good. But I don't know, maybe if you use the hair dryer method first, like make sure you put a bit of hot air on it and then slowly remove it. Maybe all the adhesive gets removed, but I wish they would fix that, you know, because some mice, like it's easier to remove the stock skates and they don't leave residue. Okay, so next, sensor and performance. They're using the Pixar 3395, which performance-wise is still perfect. There's no sensor skipping or mistracking. Wireless connection felt stable. 1K to 4K hertz also felt stable. Okay. So next is the battery life. So I've been playing on this mouse on 2K hertz polling, and the battery life typically lasts me about 7 days of mild to moderate use. If you game heavily, like 8 hours per day, then you might have to charge every 4 days. But for me, in my opinion, battery life is really good. Next is the shape. So I won't discuss this part too much since I already talked about it on my OP1 8K video. But it's still an awesome small mouse for claw grip, especially since it has flat sides and narrow width to allow my finger to curl more, like you're holding a pen. So as you can see, like when I claw grip, like it's very in there, like it's like I feel like I'm holding a small a pen, like it's narrow. And I remember Rocket Jump Ninja mentioning this before, like the narrower the mouse, the more control you have, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so this shape allows me to feel more locked in, and the back hump provides a nice support without getting in the way when micro adjusting with my fingers. There are other mice out there that tried to copy this shape, namely the WL Mouse Ying and the Lemoki G2, but I haven't tried those yet, so I won't give my opinion on it. Just note that they exist. Next, the software. So very minimal software, if I'm being honest. It looks like an early 2000s version of a Windows screen, but you can customize it. You can customize a lot with it. I do wish they could offer web-based version of it now, so that you don't have to download anything. But it's so lightweight and it's not intrusive like Razer Synapse, though I won't really complain that much. Okay, next, price and value for money. So this cost $120, which is in line with most modern gaming mice like the Lamzu Maya X, what Pulsar offers, stuff like that. You do get extra full PTFE skates, grip tape, and a braided USB-C cable, and a tool that you can use to open the mouse. As you can see, there are screws underneath here where you can access the mouse and easily hot swap the switches. That's one of the main selling points of the OP1. Okay, conclusion time. So is the OP1 wireless 4K worth it? If you never tried this shape and you want a cheaper version of the shape, you can just go with the OP1 wired version. This is the exact one-to-one copy. Or you could even try the Lemoki G2, which is only $70 if you want a wireless version. It uses a 3950 Wano Blue Shell pink dots, which are my second favorite mechanical switches, and they support up to 8 kHz pulling. They're using Teflon skates, which are pretty bad by today's standards, so you'll probably be replacing them. But how much are X-ray Jade dot skates anyway? Like $10. So it's still pretty cheap. At $50 for the mouse, you can basically $60 for the entire thing if you buy aftermarket skates. It's pretty cheap, compared to buying like an OP1 wireless 4K. It's almost half the price for that. So yeah. The WML mouse Ying exists, but it's currently out of stock on their website. But it is a 37-gram alternative that's made of carbon composite, if that's more of your thing. It also uses Omron opticals, which theoretically means it won't have any double clicking issues with mechanical switchers suffer from. And then there's the OP1 wireless 4K version 2. God, they should really fix their naming here because it doesn't roll off the tongue as easily. This version was announced 2 weeks ago after I've already bought the mouse, and it'll be coming out in the future. It'll have a 3950 sensor. It'll have a better dustproof encoder. It'll be a gram lighter thanks to the new PCB, I think. And it'll have 11 LOD settings, which is nice. So if you play on a lot of surfaces, you can probably find the perfect lift of distance for your settings. So if you want to wait for that, then go for it. As someone who first owned the OP1 8K version, I don't regret buying the OP1 wireless 4K. It's a wireless version of a shape that I love, and no one has yet to match the impeccable build quality and performance that EndGameGear products are known for. This will obviously stay on my desk. The OP1 8K, I'm not so sure. I might sell it because I already have the wireless version, so I'm not sure if I want to keep the wired version. So I might sell it. I haven't decided on it yet. So yeah, that's it for my review. Watch out for mouse review, like a comparison for the Viper V3 Pro and budget alternative, which I haven't done yet. That's probably will be my next video, and also a mid-year, update on what gear I'm using. Okay, so that's it. If you like this video, please consider like and subscribing so that you don't miss out on my future videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.